get a chance to say hi?
You're a busy man.
No. No.
Yeah. And notices they got 5 a.m. accountability in the service, you know, they go to 5 a.m. accountability, then they have 8:30 every night. Daily check-in.
Hey, Mayor, how are you?
Hey, what's up, Bill Wayne?
Let's see it. You too, son. You too. You too.
It's gonna be quiet.
No.
Nothing but old time this year, so it's gonna be quiet.
Hopefully, yeah.
So I'd like to see the kids here hit the ball.
It'd be nice to get involved beyond yelling at people.
You know what?
I said it would be nice if you get them involved beyond yelling at people.
Yeah.
You know, when you say, hey, I could use some help, some volunteers, and you have nobody show up. That's how you do it.
That could be a first.
It would be nice. I get a lot more help out of the high school kids than I do anywhere. Maybe it skipped a generation.
Yeah.
I guess it would be 2, because I'm above that. My oldest is 35.
Child?
Yeah.
I didn't really have another one.
I've got 9 of them.
Children?
Got 11. Yeah.
Oh my God, really? They all happened before I knew you.
Yeah, they sure did.
Did you live out here? Brothers kids, told me.
Yeah, they weren't all my biological kids, but I got to raise them. You have to pay all their bills.
Yeah. Well, it works out sometimes, I
Traded for nothing.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Salzman,
Yes, present.
Smith,
Here.
Hart,
Here.
Sonny,
Here.
and Joe.
Yes.
We have 4.
All right, this time we'll open up public comment. State your name and address.
Angie Hudson, 285 Mitchell Street. First of all, I've talked to Doug a couple of times, like I mentioned it to Tony over the last few months, which is kind of tired of hearing, I'm sure, about the tree lighting. So it is December 5th, right? The first Saturday in December is normal. The parade will follow the tree lighting, like it normally does. Finishing it will probably be at the school, but not going inside the school, so no going inside. So I've talked to the fire department, as the city, Fossil Ridge, Knights of Columbus, the Lions, with Josh and that, the park. But we will try to do something, but we'll wait, coordinated, of course, with you guys and everybody. But as of right now, there's nothing inside, because we don't want to put it out there for the public and then go, oops, we can't do it. The parade is fine. The tree lighting should be fine. People can social distance or not. The thing is, it's going to be cold, so they're probably gonna have a mask on anyway. You know, most people put a scarf on, so the mask really wouldn't make a difference that night. So we are gonna do that. The theme is hometown Christmas. So we figured with this year, the way that it's been, make whatever your little heart desires. And we'll get a flyer out for that. So I've got a girl that's working on that. She just needed to make sure I 5:15, it follows the tree lighting.
My tree lighting at 5.
The tree lighting's always been at 5.
My son's all ready to the golf cart, so
Okay.
we're going to probably first.
Cool. If it's 5:15, 5:20, we usually keep in touch with who's ever here.
We're looking forward.
And then once the PD's done, they let them know so that we can take photos.
Great, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, as you've seen directly across the street from City Hall, there's been an evergreen tree planted. Tonight, I want to thank the City of Braidwood Mosquito Abatement, Heather from Mosquito Abatement, and a special thank you to Manny's Landscaping for making this possible after a few months of discussion. This tree, in memory of Joe Hutton, will be used for the annual Christmas tree lighting for the City of Braidwood. The Hutton family has donated the tree in the spirit that you and your family will enjoy the tree lighting ceremony as much as ours has. It is with our sincere wishes, this tree will help you make your memories to share with your family and loved ones for years to come.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jerry Curl, 128 North Walker. I stopped in last week and I dropped off my copy of the letter to you guys. Hopefully it's in the thing. Anyway, I'm just gonna read it real quick. From the desk of Santa, dated October 22nd, 2020. This letter is a formal request of the City of Braidwood and its officials for the use of the Braidwood Area Community Band shelter and zoo property on the evening of December 4th at 2020. The area will be used to sponsor an outdoor story time with Santa event. The facility will be cleaned and set up prior to by Santa services, and the refreshments will be served. The event time will be from 6 to 8 p.m. on Friday the 4th of December 2020. This fundraiser will be used in conjunction with the Braidwood Lions Club to raise funds for new playground equipment at the Kitty Park on Lincoln Street here in Braidwood. I thank you for the prior approval, and we're looking forward to the event. There's going to be 2 additional events, just so you guys know, December 13th and December 18th at the City Park in the big Lions Pavilion. The kids will come in, they'll do the reading. The same thing down here, the kids will have room to get around, all that, just so everybody's kind of on the page. The snacks that I'm giving out are going to be individually wrapped, so we don't have to worry about that. And they'll be handed out to the kids so they're out there grabbing stuff. I will allow pictures, and I'm looking at a different kind of a mask I just found for myself. However, doesn't matter to me. I just want the kids to be happy. And I appreciate you guys letting me do that this year. Thank you.
Thank you.
On English Street. My comments are going to go mostly to you, as I'm sure you're probably aware, but more broadly to the rest of the board here. My wife is Nicole, and I'm speaking directly to the comments you made to her at the last meeting, which were immature and ignorant at best. And there's no reason a commissioner, an elected official, should speak to a constituent that way. And if you have a problem with the issues that my wife has brought forward, then prove that she's wrong through your actions and through your words that back up those actions. Dissent should be absolutely encouraged, not opposed, not called a puppet or childish names or anything like that. And let me make another thing abundantly clear, because there seems to be some confusion. My wife and I are in complete agreement that there's no problem with the maintenance department. There's a problem with the commissioner that runs it, okay? There's a problem with communication between that commissioner and that maintenance department. I am a maintenance worker, been in the field over 12 years. I have nothing but respect for maintenance workers, and I don't even know them guys, and I would consider them my brothers. But when the maintenance people, any good organization is built from the top down, and we're sitting at the top of it. And if the only disagreement was whether or not to move a part-time position to a full-time position, I don't think that's that big of a deal.
disagreement, whatever you wanna call it, between any members on this council. If there was a disagreement, it could have been handled much better. We're not gonna weigh this down with some stupid bureaucracy and on a little issue like that. All we're doing is moving a part-time person to full-time. That seems normal and not within some range that needs to be considered this big disagreement. Now, all I gotta say is, if you can't handle criticism, then maybe you shouldn't be sitting in the chair you're in. If you can't run the department to the standards that it needs to be in, maybe you shouldn't be sitting in the chair you're in.
It's 3 minutes, is up.
Okay,
Did you comment?
anybody else? Nobody else for public comment? All right, this time we'll close public comment. All right, we need the approval of the minutes from October 13th.
Thank you.
Do I have a motion?
Need a motion for the minutes of last,
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Smith,
Yes.
Money,
Yes.
Salzman,
yes?
Jones,
Yes.
motion carried.
All right, I got a few things this week. We're gonna be hiring a part-time general clerk. $16 per hour for inside the city hall.
Need a motion on that?
Yeah,
I make that motion as well. We needed this. I talked to the administrator earlier when we hired, the other lady. We should have got somebody else then, but he was a little bit reluctant, because I can understand, being, foreseeing, everything in that, but anyway, I make this motion as well needed.
I'll second.
Salzman,
Yes.
Money,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Jones,
yes,
motion just carried.
thank you. All right, we are, looking to start replacing some of the stop signs and the street signs in town. We're gonna go out for some prices on the signs. Cause if you look through town, every stop sign's a different height. Everyone is leaned over, there isn't a straight sign in town.
Yeah, and there's, some of them are weathered too, so I can understand that needs to be, when we order them, if you need some money or something, maybe the lines can assist with that, because.
Right, 'cause then they have their emblem on the side.
Right, see, what we need to do is the first emblems that were on there were the painted on it. Now, they got the logo on there, and that lasts, so if there's anything that we can do to help with that,
Okay,
I'm in favor of that.
all right, the Beaver Golf Cart building is going pretty good, they've got the metal inside, so they should be finishing the inside. Ultimate Rides got their fill and stuff in their lot, and got it knocked down, they're waiting on delivery of their building. All right, Saturday is Halloween at the park. Looks like we're gonna have a good temperature, 57 degrees that day, they're saying. And what, the regular trick or treat is 2 to 5 in town, and the drive-through trick or treat is 11:30 to 1:30, is that right?
Mr. Mayor, afterwards, when I do my report, I've got, I'll
Okay, Yeah, I was gonna say Wayne's
I'll
probably.
help you out with that, okay? If you
Okay.
don't mind.
All
I
right,
appreciate you bringing that up.
no problem. That's all I've got tonight. Tony, you have anything?
The only thing I got is also, besides, like I said, the Lions Club helping out, we do have MFT money we can use for the stop signs and street signs and stuff like that also. So that's about all I really have for tonight.
All right, Teresa.
I have nothing, thank you.
Okay. You here? No.
Dave's not here.
Dave's not here. All right, Dave's not here, so we have nothing from the engineer. Brian is here. City attorney.
I have an update on Branch Court. Right now, Braidwood Branch Court's being held at Wilmington City Hall. We've heard a few weeks back that they're canceling it, moving it to the new courthouse. And it's now assigned to courtroom 101 at the new courthouse. And it'll be held the second Tuesday of every month at 1 p.m. So it's changing location, time, and keeping.
Second, what day?
Second Tuesday at 1 p.m. in courtroom 101 at the new courthouse that should be open. I think the first day that they'll have there is like just, January 9th or so.
Is it 1 o'clock?
1 p.m.
How they are opening that, they getting close? The new courthouse?
Yeah, I think some of the civil courtrooms, like the family courtrooms and stuff, I think they're supposed to be operating like as soon as maybe November 12th, I think it is. Pretty soon. I don't know if criminals going over there right away, but certainly not a new year.
I don't think, just in case somebody called me, I know, I'm sure they call it too, but anyway, in case I get a call, I get a lot of calls.
That's what we want. That's all that I have there.
All right, thanks, Brian. Accounts and financing, Wayne.
Okay, make a motion to pay the amount of bills of $217,634.77.
I'll second it.
Salzman,
Yes,
Money,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes,
and Jones,
Yes.
motion carried.
and a little explanation, Mr. I apologize. He briefed me a little bit
That's the
today.
worst thing you call me.
Well,
Again, every other month, I know you're looking at the amounts or when we have our work.
right,
count.
and I appreciate that. And the thing is too, a little extremely high this year, and, why don't you explain, where we're at with that? I could, but.
On the bills,
Why that, the little exorbitant,
on the 217,
no,
or the payroll.
the meters.
Oh, yeah, so on the first one, you had approved for $217,634. The reason that's high is that's one of the grants that I reached out and grabbed for, doing putting our automatic readers in. So what the deal is, we have to purchase them, install them, get them functioning before we can get our reimbursement. So right now on that 217, about $115,000 is the cost of the meters that we're doing now. We're about, I think, what, halfway through? A little over halfway through maybe, and, getting them in, and that's another reason we could use an extra hand in the office is trying to get all this paperwork so we can get them done in the time frame we need to get our, reimbursement for that grant that we got.
So that brings our bills down,
Actually, it's just
about
under
normal.
100,
Yeah.
yeah, about 99.
Yeah. So
Yep.
we're in good shape. We're not spending, we're spending stuff like that. This is something that has been needed for years, so I appreciate that we're moving forward on this. We got that paid for, everything's done?
Right, some of that is too, we also we had printers for squad cars and all that stuff too, through the same grant again, so. We got,
Hopefully we
it's doing
explain that,
well.
explain that later too
Yep.
sometime with, for the newspaper and all that, so this is stuff that's welcome. All right, make a motion on payroll expense of $125,500.12.
I'll second it.
Salzman,
Yes,
Money,
Yes.
Smith,
yes,
and Jones,
Yes.
motion carried.
we, kind of add something that the mayor had brought up before, the Halloween pretty smooth. Only thing I'm a little bit worried about is our hot dog giveaway. And, you know, we got 1,040 hot dogs to give away. That's gonna be, what that indicates, I'll go back and start everything else again. You're gonna get a hot dog wrapped, a bag of chips. In the past, we had a dish, your hot dog on, a handful of chips, and then you got your mustard and ketchup out there that you can do, but we can't do that this year. So I had to order bags of chips. I'm not sure how much that's gonna be, but that's beside the point. It's something that, regulates, that's what you have to do. And we, Angie's gonna be, she's gonna be early in the morning, start bagging, popping popcorn. And then that'll be all bagged, and then your condiments will be packaged and all that, see, so. And, I got to, the way this is gonna work, I'm gonna go back to the drive-thru, but bear with me with this. And, the other thing is, 11:30, 1:30, but, the hot dog unit was 2 to 5, and you're gonna come in the same way off of 3rd Street, and you're gonna swing in around, the Lions, by the Lions Pavilion. There'll be a door open there, and then, you'll approach that, and then they'll find out how many are in the car and that, and then you'll get served. You're served, and that's it. And my understanding is, what he's talking about is circling along back out the 3rd Street, and I don't know if that's gonna work or not, but we could on the 2nd Street, but let's wait and see how that works out. Because I know Ezra's gonna be there, Chief, you're aware about, but Ezra's gonna be around to help and all this.
I'm sure they're pretty good, I'll be there also.
Okay, very good.
Which way are they coming in?
They're coming in off of 3rd Street, see? North end of the park, they'll come up the drive and swing around in the front. I'm probably jumping ahead of myself too, and I didn't mean to, but let's get back to the Halloween, the trick-or-treat drive-thru. They will come through the same street. This is 11:30, 1:30. They'll come up to the gate. There'll be somebody there to give you a bag, which is sponsored by Exxon. And they got stuff. And then when remains to be how many are in the car, each car. You'll get so many bags, right? Then you will move forward, and there will be stations all along, and you'll get stuff in each of your bag as you leave, and that's it. But my understanding is you keep going straight and past the pavilion out toward the field, and you'll turn from there. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I mean, there's supposed to be people there to direct you on all that. See, so, but anyway, I think he's got plenty of volunteers. I'm hoping, and that should really go over good. But if you remember when we did Easter egg hunt, we had 480 people, cars going, so we ran out of stuff. But I have a feeling this is going to be a big one too. Then you drag that home, then they're going to best you guys at home later on in the day. They're going to come around to your house. But they'll stop and get a hot dog first. So anyway, that's where we stand, Mr. Mayor, and I appreciate the support that we're getting. Lion Josh has been working on this, and I'm not, I think my job, I'm going to be wrapping hot dogs in foil. I'm going to have a busy day. That's all I have. Any questions from anybody? Paper, anything? I got information in case you need it.
Just to add, I'm sorry, just to add on to what you were saying,
Yeah, go
Wayne,
ahead.
the way that path's gonna come in for the drive-through is gonna be from 3rd Street, straight down the paved path into the center of the park. It'll turn right, go between the baseball fields and the skate park, then it will follow that path around, back out past BBSA's fields and concession stand. They'll go through a tunnel there.
Oh, that's right, I forgot about that.
There'll be a tunnel there, it's gonna be a blackout tunnel. And then they'll exit onto Second Street coming out that, or First Street rather, coming out that far end. That's where they've got the path set up, that's where all the numbers I see Josh has drawn out on this paper.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I said anything, but that's it.
I appreciate that, Jerry, because he was at our meeting, we just had a meeting Thursday night to come and go through all this, and I forgot about that. And plus, for anybody else too, go to our Lions website, BraidwoodLionsClub.org, and I'm sure if you punch it up, you'll find what's going on. So I appreciate Jerry for helping me with that, but I forgot all about that. So, thank you, that's all I have.
All right, thanks, Wayne. Fay, streets and public improvements.
And you look at the bills, you can see, stuff I've had to buy to work on equipment, or old equipment, just tearing all pieces. We just keep working. They work for 2 weeks just about it. Put the cat down, trucks are down, tires keep put on, and they're doing all they can do. And we've got somebody off all the time. Scott's off this week, and so that cuts us short. But we're talking about the stop signs. Now, come in the snow, we lose a lot of stop signs. That's the time to replace when they take them down. Got to put them back up, or we put new ones up if it's in the place it should be. And I think that's gonna be it. We have an awful lot of them. The plows that hit them, and the other trucks that hit them, and they get tore down in a snow removal. And I don't know how many stop signs that we're gonna have to replace, but I think that's a good time to do it when you gotta replace them, do it then. And that's all I have.
All right, public buildings and properties. Okay.
Thank you.
I just lost one of my hearing aids on trying to get this thing on coming through. So there's $3,000 laying out there somewhere.
We finished the fall hydrant flushing, repaired, cleaned the lead fan, took well number 5 meter apart, cleaned the rust and corrosion buildup from the color, resealed the meter. We shut down Triton number 1 for blower repair, took the blower down from the oxidation dish, took it in for repair. And we rebuilt and upgraded Triton number 2, and it is now back online. And in reference to the MXUs that we were putting in earlier, we were able to get the new reader that reads the MXUs and programs them when they install them. And the guys were actually putting the meters in so fast, the girls are having a hard time keeping up, putting them into the system. So we did have to take a break for a few days, but it sounds like they're gonna be back online here pretty quick. And they were putting in nearly 100 meters a day they were up to. We couldn't get anywhere near that a couple of weeks ago with the old stuff. So, that's all I have.
Awesome.
All right, thanks, Doug.
That's a good job, I really appreciate that, there's an effort that, along with the, Commissioner Helter, Administrator Helter, so, and good job. Long way coming, we need it.
All right, Mount Charlie tonight.
I can give us a little report. We had 131 calls for service.
Todd.
And, so I ran a budget status. I just want the public to know this. A budget status is where you're at, as far as fiscal, about money. So we're halfway through the year. So I kind of compared to 2 years ago, so where we're at as far as the police department. So right now, as a city, as a police department, I'm spending $100,000 a month less than the police department did 2 years ago. So we're $600,000 from 2 years ago where we're at now. So, I mean, we're having like a budget meeting, 29, we're kind of going over stuff. I just want the council to know we're doing well. As far as the budget, we're in line to be able to hire 2 officers if we keep doing what we're doing, to hire 2 officers in December. I just want you guys to know that. So when I come to you guys and ask for that, we're testing, we're going through a process now, we're doing some interviews, and it's in the budget.
So again, I'll go before the council to get approval. If I hire 2 guys in December, I will still be with the, I'm gonna be within the budget. So I just wanted you guys to know that. If you guys have any questions for me?
No, I have none. I appreciate the report, and I'm well aware of where you're at in that, so.
So things are going pretty good.
That's a good call. I'll be behind that.
All right. Planning and zoning, we don't have anybody from?
We have a meeting coming up on,
Yeah, we do have a zoning meeting on, November second, right? Yeah, November second, we will have a zoning meeting
at 7?
at 7 p.m., correct, Monday night.
No, according, up front there, we got, police and fire coordinating 11.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be tomorrow.
Yeah, 28th, okay.
Yeah.
And then, 1 o'clock is, the TIF, yearly TIF meeting. Well, is it gonna be open, the door's gonna be open, or do we have to pay money?
Yeah.
I think,
I'm gonna double check on that tip one in the morning, Wayne, cause.
no, TIF is 1.
Are they for sure? Because Kyle said the, accountant did not finish that audit, are we still good? I was thinking, I'll check in the morning, but it should be one.
Let me know when you're not,
I'll let you
because
know.
I'm gonna be there, but, I'm not sure what Kyle, about that, and so.
Just so everybody knows, it's at 1 o'clock, we're gonna be closing the voting down for about an hour, just to get through that meeting. We just don't have any room to consolidate people with the being safe with the COVID. We'll probably be down from about 1 to 2 o'clock for voting. I'll put it on, Facebook also, just for a quick meeting.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody got anything under old business? Anybody, anything under new business? Our next regular meeting is November the 9th.
I'm sure that's, Monday. I think it's November 10th. It is the 10th.
Okay, it's November 10th.
Make that motion.
I'll second it.
Baldwin,
Yes.
Money,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Jones,
Yes.
Merger.
Happy Halloween, everybody, come on, stay set the park.
November 10th.
Should be something else.
And I did just get something from Josh showing the direction, so I'll put that on.